Good morning, grade 3 students, and welcome to our English video lesson. Today, we will continue the lesson Project 2 from Module 9. Before we get started, let's take a look at what we will be doing. By the end of our lesson today, you will be able to make a draft about last Saturday, revise and edit the first draft, and then you will write the final paragraph about last Saturday. Alright, let's get started. You will need to open your books to the same pages as yesterday's, Students Book 121 and Workbook 116. Get your books quickly and make sure to open the correct pages. Please, make sure to follow the exercises in this video and write the answers in your books. Before we start our lesson, let's play a quick game, the treasure hunt. I'll ask you a few questions, and if you answer them correctly, you get the gold. Are you ready? Let's start. What was the boy's name from yesterday's lesson? Was it Omar or was it Ali? Think, try to remember. Yes, his name was Omar. Where was he last Saturday morning? Look at the picture, it will help you. Was he at the mall or was he at the park? Good job, he was at the park. When did he go windsurfing? Was it in the evening or was it in the afternoon? I see some sunlight in the picture. Yes, it was in the afternoon. Who was he with in the evening? Was it his family or his friends? Think. This is the last question. Excellent. He was with his family. Well done. The gold is yours. Yesterday, we read the paragraph about Umar's last Saturday. Today, we are going to write a similar paragraph. But before we start writing, let's take a closer look at the paragraph. It will help us organize our ideas. There are three key things we need to focus on while writing. Number 1, time. We will talk about last Saturday, morning, afternoon, and evening. Number 2, places, like the places Omar talked about, the park, the beach, his home. Number 3, actions. What did you do and who was with you? Like Omar here, he played football, he went windsurfing, and he had dinner with his family. We'll work on organizing our ideas next. I'm quite sure that by now you are familiar with the steps of writing. We went through them many times before. Here's a quick reminder of the 5 steps of writing. Step number 1 is pre-write. Step number 2 is first draft. Step number 3 is revise. Step number 4 is edit. And step number 5 is final draft. Time to get started. Let's move to Workbook 116 and get started with exercise number 1. We will read and answer the helping questions from Workbook 116, Exercise 1 to organize our ideas. We don't have to write full sentences yet. We can use words, phrases, or short, meaningful sentences. Let's read them together. Question number 1. Where were you last Saturday morning? Question number 2. What did you do there? Question number 3. Where were you last Saturday afternoon? Question number 4, what did you do there? Question number 5, where were you last Saturday evening? Question number 6, what did you do there? Here are some helping words that can assist you to start answering the questions. Pause the video, take a closer look at the helping words and choose whichever you prefer. You can always come up with more words. Here are my answers. You can use them as a guide to help you organize your ideas too. For example, question number 1, where were you last Saturday morning? I chose to write at the park. And for question number 2, what did you do there? I chose to write, I went skateboarding. For number 3, where were you last Saturday afternoon? I wrote, at the shopping center. For number 4, what did you do there? I chose to write, I looked for new shoes. For question number 5, where were you last Saturday evening? I think I will write at my cousin's house. And number 6, what did you do there? Well, I played board games. Now we will move to exercise 2 on the same page to write the first draft. This is my first draft. Let's read it together. Last Saturday was a fun day. In the morning, I was at the park. I went skateboarding. In the afternoon, I was at the shopping center. I looked for new shoes. In the evening, I visited my cousin. We played board games. Now, you may see a few mistakes in my writing. I know I was writing in a hurry. But don't worry about my mistakes now. We will correct them in the next step. Okay, now we reached step 3 of writing, revise. I went back to my first draft and I used ARM's strategy. I added a few big words to make my writing more interesting. You will see those words in red. Let's read it again. Last Saturday was a fun day. In the morning, I was at Al Bida Park. I went skateboarding with my friend. In the afternoon, I was at the shopping center. I looked for new shoes. In the evening, I visit my cousin. We played board games. For step number 4, edit, we always call the cops for help. Do you remember what COPS stands for? Take a look. C is for capitalization, and we use capital letters with names, countries, beginning of sentences, days and months. O stands for organization. This means the number of sentences using correct tense, which is past simple for today, and leaving enough spaces between words. P stands for punctuation. You studied many punctuation marks like the full stop, comma, question mark, and exclamation mark. S stands for spelling. Almost done. Let's go back to my draft and find the mistakes there together. In the first sentence, it seems like I have a mistake with capitalization. I used a capital letter in the word was in the middle of a sentence, which is unnecessary. In sentence number 2, I have a spelling mistake in the word park. It starts with the letter P, not B. In the next sentence, I have 2 spelling mistakes in the word shopping center. And next, I have another mistake in the word visit. It should be visited because we are talking about things that happened in the past. I also noticed that I forgot to put a full stop at the end of my last sentence, so I have a punctuation mistake. So, this is my final writing after correcting all my previous mistakes. I need you to do the same with your writing. Don't forget to use nice handwriting and leave spaces between words. You can pause the video to take a look at my final draft. When you're done writing, I want you to draw some nice pictures about your day. You can see here I split my drawing into 3 sections: the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. It's up to you. Get creative. Are you all done? Because I cannot see your writing, I want you to use this writing checklist to give yourself a star for everything you did right. So, you used capital letters at the beginning of your sentences, you get 1 star. You ended your sentences with punctuation marks, 2 stars. You used finger spaces between your words, 3 stars. You checked your spelling from the book, no mistakes, 4 stars. You used past simple tense in all your sentences, 5 stars. Finally, you used nice handwriting, you get an extra star. Alright everyone, we reached the end of our lesson. Let's go back to check our objectives for today. We made a draft about last Saturday. We revised and edited the first draft, and then we wrote the final paragraph about last Saturday. Thank you for watching this video, grade 3 students. See you soon. Goodbye.